So how did you feel when you learned the news that Titans quarterback Will Levis is out for the season with a shoulder injury? Damaged the AC joint in his throwing shoulder last year. 9 games for the Titans as a rookie 2 years ago, 12 games last year, 13 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions. So I don't think there was any doubt that Cam Ward was going to be the guy for the Titans, number 1 overall, as we know. Plus 350 to win AP Offensive Rookie of the Year, just behind Ashton Genty at plus 260. But now, I don't know who the backup for the Titans is, but it is Cam Ward or bust now.
Well, I think it was originally that as well.
Yeah.
I think personally for Will Levis, this really sucks just because it feels like his window's pretty much closed. Like, he would have had to do something miraculous. And, like, maybe Cam Ward, like, would have gotten hurt and Will Levis would have stepped in under, like, much lesser pressure and would have been able to perform. But now he's going to be out for the entire season. So nobody loves to go into a season where a rookie quarterback is, like, your really main option. Or at least that's how I feel. Like, it's good to feel like you have, like, some type of, backup plan. Or, like, somewhere to fall so you don't have to, like, completely ruin his confidence if he's really struggling. So the backup quarterbacks for the Titans, Brandon Allen, formerly of the Arkansas Razorbacks, Tim Boyle, who I think when he played for the Lions, I was like, okay, if he is starting at quarterback, I am taking whatever the spread is for the other team, because Tim Boyle is not very good. I say that with love. I'm sorry, brother. But yeah, for Cam Ward, one would think that this would clear the pathway for him to win Rookie of the Year if he could put up just decent numbers, because he's going to play, the entire season. And I think that's the question for a lot of these other rookie quarterbacks, because I have heard, mixed things about Jackson Dart of the Giants, but they also have Russell Wilson, who they paid, a pretty good chunk of money to be their starter. They also have Jameis Winston and Tommy DeVito, who will also have played in the NFL before as well. So I think Cam Ward should have a good shot to win it. But how much of this award is based on narratives and like how much hype you can get going? Because for somebody who is a number 1 overall pick, I feel like Cam Ward has had very little hype.
Yeah, you haven't heard a lot about Cam Ward. I mean, you have, but relative to other picks, I think is what we're saying here, right? So I think this is a good thing. I think it's a very good thing. Like, I know he's a different type of quarterback than Jaden Daniels, but when Jaden got here, his rookie season, this was a very strategic move by the franchise. I don't know if the Titans are doing the same, which was, hey, look, we got to sell tickets, right? And we know this is the guy. We believe this is our franchise quarterback. But they knowingly said, we're going to temper like the amount that we promote him, because we want him to focus on development. We want to take off as much pressure as we can and let him develop under the radar as much as you can as a rookie NFL quarterback. Certainly there's natural attention that comes with that, but there are sometimes rookies that come in the NFL, and I mean, they're all over the place. They're already doing ads. They're everywhere. You see the promotion, and the buildup is massive, whereas I agree when it comes to Cam, and even last year with Jaden, some of these guys have just kind of hung under the radar relative to their draft position and focused on football. And I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like his choosing or the Titans choosing. Honestly, I feel like people just don't really care about the Titans. And I will say, like, to your point, thank you to Will Levis for putting the bar so low. Like, I think the bar couldn't go any lower. Like, when you're known as the meme king of the NFL and, like, the turnovers are so, like, cartoonish that, like, you literally audibly laugh when you watch them. So I feel like all the pressure will be off Cam Ward, and I feel like that's a great thing when you are going to be compared to Will Levis. Like, nobody here is, like, looking at Jay and Daniels like, oh, this is what Cam Ward's going to do. Because, like, think about that. Like, I feel like he did set the bar pretty high for rookie quarterbacks, Jaden Daniels. But, like, when your comparison is Will Levis, like, that's a great thing. Like, he is your opener. You don't have to do much to top that.
I agree. And I think Cam Ward is going to be a very good pro quarterback. Like, he just has such a live arm, and I know there was a lot of debate as to whether he was going to be the number 1 guy. I think the Titans got their guy, and there's always going to be some growing pains. That's part of being quarterback in the NFL. But would you put your money on him to win Rookie of the Year? Do you like him at plus 350, or do you like someone else?
I think he'll have a good shot, simply because he's going to get a lot of opportunities. But again, like how much of this award is narrative and hype, because it's one of those things that you have to vote. It's similar to like MVP, where it's not necessarily like the best numbers win. So a lot of this hinges, I think, on Travis Hunter. And obviously Ashton Genty is the favorite, but he's a running back. I feel like quarterbacks normally have the upper hand, but if Travis Hunter like plays on both sides of the ball and has like decent numbers, which he's going to be playing for a bad team, like he's going to have some opportunities as well. It's going to be one of those things like Ohtani in baseball, where like if he even puts up decent numbers because he's playing on both sides of the ball, I think he's going to win it.
Yeah, I think so as well. And also, right now you get him at 9-1. What surprised me is that, and this can certainly change because training camp is now getting underway for teams across the NFL, but early on, at least in mini camps, they had Travis Hunter working more as a receiver than anything else. I would have flipped it, but at the same time, when you're talking about such an incredible athletic talent, like a once-in-a-generation talent, like he could probably slip to the defensive side for a few practices and do both. That's how good he is. But that's my real play right now at 9-1.